Hi guys, Alistair down at Living Golf Academy, and today we're going to be looking at what is in Rory McIlroy's golf bag. Right then, after a great victory at the weekend, Rory is now the $15 million man. Impressive. Biggest golf purse ever, and what a time to put in a display like he did on that final day. So I always think it's interesting when you look at kind of how guys maybe chop and change equipment during the season. And Rory does play around a little bit between kind of 5-wood and 2-iron, but let's look at what he had in the bag to win at Eastlake. So we started off with the TaylorMade M5 driver, and he's had that in the bag all season. And when we look at the club head, we can see that it's a 9-degree head, moved down to 7.5 degrees. We've got one of the weights slightly towards the heel, the other one slightly towards the back, so clearly making it a little bit more forgiving. But I think also with that weighting just helping him predominantly with his strike, just making the miss a little bit better. So moves into 3-wood, and he moves from the M5 in the driver into the M6 for the 3-wood. Now, I'm only guessing that's just a little bit the shape of the head that he maybe prefers. So a nice thin face, very, very forgiving. Not that he necessarily needs that, but obviously feels M6 gives him perfect flight to help him on those holes where maybe drivers a little bit too much off the tee. So from 3-wood, for this week we moved into the 5-wood. Now again, on this one he moves back into M5. Titanium head, obviously different CG, and with these guys being able to play around a lot in fittings, clearly feels that on that rare occasion he needs to hit for a high, soft one off the tee, 5-wood's a great option, and maybe into some extremely long par 5s, he might have to hit that 5-wood, which he can maybe hit a bit higher and softer than 3-wood. So moving into his irons. In his 4-iron, he carries the P750 iron, which is now discontinued, but obviously feels just that tiny bit of forgiveness in that head. Just gives him what he needs in the 4-iron. But as we move into the 5-iron down to pitching wedge, we see a very traditional blade. We're looking at the P730s, 5 to pitching wedge, really, really very, very traditional club. And all his irons have got the Project X Rifle 7.0. So seriously stiff, generates lots of speed, but obviously feels that that helps give him the control he needs from the shaft and that ultimate ball flight. So moving into his wedges, Rory's carrying 3 specialist wedges at the moment. He's carrying the milled grind 52, 56 and 60 degree. Now, from my understanding, he's still on the original model. There are new models out, which I believe he's tested. And if I was a betting man, he'll certainly have those in the bag going into next year. But obviously 52, 56 and 60 feels gaps nicely on those full shots, those pitch shots, and gives him some really good versatility around the green. But another of these top players who hits it a long way, carrying 4 wedges in total in his bag, really loading the bag heavily in the scoring area of the game, which isn't something I think I see enough of with amateur golfers. So the putter. Rory's in the TaylorMade Spider X Copper. Now this is definitely the club that kind of probably he's had the most criticism about using, not because of the putter itself, but generally people feel that maybe his putting stroke itself isn't as consistent as some of the guys on tour. But certainly the Spider X, you know, lots of forgiveness on there. If he does it on those longer putts, maybe just slightly misstrike it, we should get less twisting of the face. And certainly the way he used it in the final round, I don't think anyone arguing on that round what a great addition that's been to his bag for that $15 million claim. So moving into the golf ball, the only piece of equipment he uses all the time is the 2019 TP5 golf ball. Obviously off the tee, gives him enough spin that it stays in the air and gives him that little bit of accuracy. But certainly on those wedge shots, obviously he feels now that he's got lots more control. So that ability to not maybe spin it too much, but feel that he can always keep the ball around his pitch marks. So guys, there, just a little bit of an insight into what kind of one of the best players in the world, and obviously All these guys have got full access all the time to maybe different shafts, and they might chop and change a little bit with shafts during the season. The only real thing that Rory tinkers with is if he's having a bad spell, he might change around with putter. But the Spider X has been in there for a while now, so he obviously got some confidence in that. And I think from finishing off the final round at Eastlake, hopefully this is going to be the putter that helps him really kind of be more consistent with the putter going into next season. But the only other change, really, you might see him drop the 5-wood from time to time and maybe put a 2-iron in there. But that's what he used to win $15 million. Have a think about what's in your bag. Does every single club in your bag do a particular job for you? If not, get along, get fitted, find out what the gaps are in your bag and get some clubs in there to help you play your best golf. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it. Comment below, let me know what's in your bag. Is your setup anything like Rory? Mine isn't, because I don't swing like him. But I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed the video, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, then you'll get my new videos as soon as they drop. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.